Hello, dear Virgos, and welcome to your reading. I'm Empress Rose. You are last but not least, and the next round you'll be first. So I guess I'm moonwalking sort of through the zodiac. I don't really know how that happened, but that's apparently how I sort of set it up. So you'll be first next time, but I'm happy to do this reading for you. These are, of course, general readings, so take what works, leave what doesn't, as with literally every experience you've ever had in life. Everything's been pre-shuffled and prepared before I turned on the camera. So, all right, we're going to hop in with the Oracle Mystical Moments. It's going to give us a general overview of where we're going. Intuitive overview. Okay, what do we have for our dear Virgos? What do we have for our dear Virgos? We have silence. Oh, Virgos, say something. You don't want to talk about it, do you? All right, Virgos. Okay, we've got two. That's... Oh, wow. Okay, this is fascinating. Aries got these cards too. We have Morning Dew Girl. So she is, there's this huge, beautiful dahlia behind her. She is here to collect your tears. We have messages unspoken, which does not surprise me considering how stingy this deck was in saying something for Virgos. So we have messages we're holding on to, we're not ready to talk yet. And we are collecting dew. This is just the natural tears of life. Just, we're collecting it. We're halfway through this process. We are bringing it. We are watering it. This is just a lot of emotions, and we're sort of holding on to them and holding on to some grief process here. I believe the intent is to eventually let go of these tears, but right now we're sort of collecting them. There's been an ending. It's on your mind. But this has a promise of growth, okay? This water, this collecting of these tears, she's gardening. This isn't just waste. She's gardening, okay? She's going to use them to water other aspects of the garden. And here we have abracadabra. We have wish fulfillment, massive growth. We have the spiral mind. So our mind is just growing. The spiral to me is as we go through our cycles and revisit the same themes, the themes of our lives. We each have themes that we're always going to be revisiting. And this is like each time you revisit that place in the cycle, you've grown a little more. So that's what the spiral means to me. And so her mind is really growing. And this is some words. So you're going to speak something, and it's going to bring you what you want. It's going to in a little bit of a public way. And gosh, I was just thinking about this card last night. So it is this magical wish fulfillment and sort of this massive, almost magical growth. So there's something here where you're going to say something, you're going to speak something into existence, and it's going to be exactly what you want. She's got this magic wand. She's playing with the stars and with destiny. So you're working with the universe. It's almost a wedding dress vibe here. Definitely a wedding dress vibe. You know, this huge, and this is also like a female presence in your life that can be so enormous and towering over the whole thing. But it's very magical. There's something really magical going on here. Growth. Working with the universe, working with your intuition, On the bottom of this deck, I'm seeing the communication card, the Eight of Wands, lots of communication, passionate communication. So it looks like your words are going to start coming out, maybe slowly, maybe dripping out as our deck presaged here. So, and then we have this morning dew girl who's collecting this grief and sorrow, and then this sudden rapid growth out of that. So cry, gather your tears, dry your tears, and then speak it into existence, what you want. Say what you want. The power of knowing what you want and saying what you want cannot be underestimated. I don't know that it's necessarily a magic. It feels magical to us, but I mean, there have been things I've wanted in my life that I just never said, never spoke about, never thought could happen. So why talk about it? But this is saying, but then my experience is you have to talk about it. You have to say what you want. You have to. And it's very powerful. It's very magical. And maybe you don't get exactly what you want, but you have to talk about it, and you have to have that courage to talk about what it is you want in life. Because if you never say and you never ask, then it typically doesn't happen at all, because how would anyone know that that's what you wanted? So you have to talk about what you want, and you have to deal with your grief, cope with this intense grief that you're experiencing. And this bird is silent here, but abracadabra, those are the magic words. So, all right, I've already pre-shuffled these, of course, but we're moving to the Santa Muerte tarot deck for the body of the reading. Virgo, this is your past, this is your present, this is your inner landscape, this is that issue, this is your environment, this is your to-do list, this is your possible outcome. Virgo, the magic in this reading is very clear. Here we have the card I just showed you that was on the bottom of the deck that felt important to me. We have the Eight of Wands. This is in your recent past. You have been communicating. You have been saying what you want, what's on your mind, your passion. There's been a lot of communication going on here. And this is part of this magical process that's happening. Maybe it's even a healing process. But in your recent past, you have this communication. There's been communication. It's been very passionate. You've communicated the passion on your mind. You've thought about what to say. There's been a lot of communication. Sometimes this is like everyone took their mute off on your Zoom meeting. A lot going on. So maybe you've had a lot of emails, a lot of texting, a lot of having to talk about things, a lot of this isn't necessarily relationships, this can be work, this can be just a lot of communication. Especially since everything's different now, it just seems like everything needs like twice as much communication because no one knows what's going on, so everyone has to be clarifying and talking and figuring stuff out. In your present situation, you are in the Five of Pentacles mode. This card drives me nuts, but you're putting one foot in front of the other, possibly in a process. I mean, this can be an actual journey. This can be actually putting one foot in front of the other, actually traveling somewhere, because it is the Pentacles. And the Pentacles are stuff we see in real life, things that are really happening. So you're moving forward in some sort of project, some sort of relationship, or actually even, actually even driving across the country or driving somewhere. You're moving forward with something. So this is what you're currently doing in your present situation. It's all about putting one foot in front of the other, moving forward in the increments that are natural to the human pace, which is, not zooming. We would have gotten the Chariot card if you were zooming. But this is a moving forward with something real. This could be even money. Pentacles really, refers to money. But in your inner landscape, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have a new idea, a new money-making venture, honestly. You've planted some seed for something, well, maybe not money necessarily, but there's something on your tongue. There's something golden on your tongue. Seeing this with here, there's some sort of magic words on your tongue, and this is your inner landscape. You're thinking of the magic words. You're coming up with the magic words to start a whole process that takes place in reality. There'll be some leaps forward. There's some magic here too as well. There's real potential to growth. Look how lush and green that is all around it. So you're in an environment that's perfect for growth. And you're thinking of the magic words, or the golden words, or the perfect words. Pentacles is really a very solid energy and very much deals with our physical reality. So you're at the very beginning of, in your inner landscape, which is exactly where we want the Ace of Pentacles. Inside of you, you have the beginnings of something, a golden opportunity, a golden, a precious growth, and that's going to be manifested in reality. So we're talking manifestation card here with this abracadabra, and you have that inside you. The situation is right. The where you're at is right. The seed is being planted in very fertile soil, in a very fertile area. And we know that growth just is going to happen from this. So you've begun something. Maybe you're just beginning to speak it into existence, or considering speaking it into existence. But this to me is talking about these magic words that speak something real into existence. I mean, there's something definitely coming into existence. We have just a lot of repetition of words, communication, thinking of the words and communication of bringing something into existence. We have abracadabra, which is absolutely about manifesting something in reality. At issue, you have another ace. You have this Ace of Wands. So we're taking this, so the Ace of Wands would normally be a seed, again, planted in a rich environment. There's been a lot of passion, some inner demons have been dealt with, but we're taking this in the reverse. So something that's blocking you is this inspiration not quite taking root. You're not having you have this wands up here, but you're not having this inspiration yet. It's not quite time to go or move, and you're sort of waiting for an inspiration. So that's what's keeping the situation blocked, is some sort of, even though you're thinking a lot about these magical words and these new ideas to manifest something, you don't feel like that the go button has been pressed, that it's time to move, go. You're holding it back. You're not necessarily holding it back. You're just what's keeping this situation back is some sort of lack of inspiration. You're waiting for something to happen that's going to tell you now, go. And you're not seeing it yet. You're ready for it, you're preparing for it, you're taking steps towards it, you're thinking about what you're going to say, you're thinking about the words to bring this into existence, but there's some sort of inspiration that hasn't happened. The situation could be becoming sort of ingrown, growth with no place to go. That maybe the seed's been put in upside down, so it has to use more energy to find the light. There's something off about this new beginning. It's not happening. You're not quite at the inspiration. Maybe that's what's causing all these tears and this grief is just not quite there, not quite at the inspiration. In your environment that we have, the environment around you is ready. We have so much lush greenness, and we have this environment too. We have the Santa Muerte card herself, the death card. We have this cradle, this expected new birth. We have this harvest that we're hoping for, and we've prepared for, and maybe even done some art for. I just love how some of these sickles have art on them, and I love anything sharp or hard that's been softened, like armor or swords, or the sickle that's been softened through the artistic process. I really, really appreciate that. So we have an inner demon has been tamed, is small. You're in the strength card we have this big dragon, and here this dragon has been reduced to a lapdog. So we've dealt with our inner demons. This is a very sacred change going on in your environment around you. Huge change. She's pregnant. She's looking at her cradle. She's waiting for the moment. She's ready. She's ready. The baby's not quite ready, but this is that massive transformation in your environment, a huge transformation, divinely ordered transformation. There's so much light here. We can't even look at it directly. So this is something in your environment, a very passionate change is happening. So I don't understand why we're still stuck with this One of Wands here. It's because the environment is full of change. The environment is something. Around you is a massive change, an expectation, an anticipation for a new life, a holiness. The harvest that brings in the actual food, you know, the harvesting of this manifestation. That's what's around you. In your to-do list is this Four of Wands. So this is sort of it's a sukkah. This is sort of a harvest tent here, a celebration, harvest celebration. We're leveling up, we're moving forward. We have bottled our liqueurs have completely are now drinkable. Our flowers have been collected. Our pots are full of growing plants, and we have these bouquets here. We're sort of at the farmer's market. We've got our chest that's here ready to collect the rewards for our labors. We've just got this whole setup. It's public. There's a celebration going on here of moving up next level. So your to-do list is to sort of bring what you've been working on into the public eye, into the marketplace. There's something you've been working on, and there's something you've been working on. And this is saying it's time to celebrate. This is, in other decks, the Four of Wands is sort of this marriage card, this leveling up of the relationship, the 1111 card. It's a little bit, it's considered very magical. This card brings it down to the ground a little bit of like, you've had some inspiration, you've had some ideas. It's time to bring those ideas forward. So this is in your to-do list, is level up your ideas, level up your, whatever you've been working on here, whatever thing you've been doing step by step, whatever thing you've been thinking about, it's time to level it up, because we have this abracadabra card where it's saying, so at issue is this inspiration not moving forward, not quite time. And then here we have your to-do list is saying it is time to bring this forward, it's time to bring this, your wares to the marketplace, it's time to bring what you've got, the thing you've been working on all year, the thing you've been building, it's time to bring that out and bring that forward. I just realized I don't have my mic on, so I'm not sure this is even gonna work. So, and then your possible outcome is this this Nine of Pentacles. This is you've really the possible outcome is accomplishing what you set out to accomplish. This abracadabra here is accomplishing what you set out to accomplish, and now looking forward, looking to the next steps, looking up. All right, Virgo. I hope you can hear that. I'm gonna try and figure that out, how that went. And I hope that you enjoy this, and please like, subscribe, and comment, because it helps my cute little baby channel grow ever so much every week. So thank you for watching.